Huw Edwards, once the celebrated BBC presenter, now a convicted sex offender. 3 months since being convicted of making indecent images of children, I've uncovered further allegations of inappropriate behaviour by the former broadcaster. Emyr, not his real name, met Huw Edwards at a community concert. Edwards was the compere and Emyr an 18-year-old sixth form pupil performing in his school uniform. That night, Edwards complimented Emyr's performance and told him to reach out to him on Instagram.
I wouldn't have spoken to him or kept in touch with him in any way if he wasn't a good contact. And by good contact, I mean someone who had interesting or powerful connections in London, particularly for my music career.
They started messaging, with Huw Edwards, who's nearly 40 years older than Emyr, calling him Babe and Big Boy.
The way he would send kisses and things, something small was sceptical in me, but I just thought it was probably just camp. You know, I was 18, there was something a little bit strange about it.
Emyr says that Edwards was keen to help him with his musical career and invited him for a tour of the BBC building in London, where Edwards was one of its main presenters.
He introduced me as a musician to various colleagues. He wanted to try and roast me. I didn't really understand what the aim was at the time and when I left, because I didn't feel I gained anything from it anyway.
But the promised concerts and contacts never came through, and shortly after the visit, the communication between them came to an end, with Edwards unfollowing Emyr on Instagram. Dr. Huw Williams is a psychologist specialising in children and young people's mental health. I wanted her take on the messages between Huw Edwards and Emyr.
I would classify this as a form of grooming in terms of the symbol, the heart, the kisses. When you look at the promises and when you look at the type of language that was used, that was very unprofessional. And you would not refer to a young individual as a big boy. Absolutely not. It's unacceptable.
Although Emyr's claims are unrelated to the crimes Huw Edwards was convicted of 3 months ago, it's now made him question the broadcaster's true intentions towards him.
I'm very grateful that nothing worse happened with him. It's because I wasn't the right type of target for him, you know. I think he was trying with me to see if it could be what he was looking for, and I don't think it was. Just manipulative completely.
We tried to contact Huw Edwards several times to respond to Emyr's claims, but we heard nothing back. The BBC says it has robust safeguarding processes and policies in place. If people contact them directly with concerns about their protocols, they look at these carefully in line with the BBC's complaints framework. They say they're appalled by Huw Edwards' crimes and that he's betrayed not just the BBC, but audiences who put their trust in him. An independent review is currently underway to strengthen their workplace culture, which focuses on preventing abuse of power and ensuring everyone at the BBC conducts themselves in line with their values. Huw Edwards was once the man who read the headlines. By now, he's making them. Ness Jenkins, ITV News.